Hey, Kiki here and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well and just have a lovely day, and today we are going to carry on playing Dragon Age Inquisition. So our last episode we literally just started the game. We have a new character called Deniala, and she is a rogue elf, and basically we kind of find ourselves in the middle of the chaos. So the breach has happened. It's basically, it blew up the, what was it, the conclave, and we are the only survivor, but we have this weird mark on our hand, and we can close the breach, which is like what, tears in the sky and stuff, which is letting demons bleed through, which is not good. But we have some new companions. Oh, Solas is right there actually, so let's Oh, why do I keep doing that? I don't mean to. Okay. Special shipments. World map. Oh, God. Blacksmith, merchant, Varric, Quartermaster, war room. The threat remains. The breach is calm, but the trouble's only beginning. So, this episode, we are just going to, I don't know, explore, I guess, look around, talk to everyone, get the juicy information that we need. Have I gone in here? Okay, find the recipes through exploring or by visiting merchants. Visit the apothecary with herbs you gather in the wilderness to upgrade potions. Okay. Also, I'm so silly. It's literally right here. I didn't realise that, but I was just looking at the game.
Told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segrid he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon.
Well, alright then. I'm just gonna steal this, don't mind me. I will take that. Read. Okay, patient observation. Wait, haven't I already read this? No. Pulse normal, breathing normal. I think so. Still responsive, careful drop fee of prep. Alpha extraction to hasten her recovery. A lot of thrashing. Mutters about too many eyes. Okay, something about the grey encountering. The grey? The grey what? So many questions. Okay, well, equipped, upgrade potions. Hello. Who are you? How do I talk to you?
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
We've met?
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
Thank you?
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs.
Hello,
Not that
Adan.
Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Let's investigate. How are things?
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Okay. You're a bit cranky.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
Okay. Need any help?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Okay, how do I order potions?
How do I go about having potions made?
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can equip the or replenish potions for each party member. Drag potions from the list. Ooh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Perhaps another time.
What about this? Okay, you can upgrade potions you have already unlocked. To upgrade a potion, select a category, select a potion, then select the upgrade. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot there. Grenades. Oh, cool. How do I see... Journal. Okay. Haven. Haven's best and brightest. Speak with the smith, speak with the quartermaster, speak with the apothecary? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. Passing note. Okay, so he mentioned. My god, I can't speak now. God, my brain's turned to bloody mush. That's great. So I need to find Tegan's notes. Okay. And that is the main quest. The breach is calm, but the trouble is only beginning. Report to Haven's chantry. Okay. That's her. Okay, cool. Hello, Solas. Goodbye, Solas. Let me look in here first. Have I looked in here? Yes, I think I have. Have I looked in here? I don't remember looking in here. No? Okay. Solas! Hi!
The chosen of Andraste. The blessed heroes sent to save us all.
I'm no hero.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant.
Am I wearing any
Journey
clothes?
deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
You study ancient ruins?
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
How can you sleep there?
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
That's impressive.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay then. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about how, like, I was quite suspicious of him at first, but, like, the fact that he, obviously we know he was a mage, but he can enter the Fade and sleep, and he's very knowledgeable. So, I don't know, maybe I was a bit quick to make an assumption that maybe he's involved. I just felt like, how can he know so much? But maybe he's just very knowledgeable and just knows a lot of things. He's intriguing. He's intriguing. I'll say that. Should I say you can trust me?
You came to help, Solas.
Oh, that was a heart.
I can use that against you.
I didn't mean to.
However, I had to.
Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess.
But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Okay, I'm going to use my mouse instead of just pressing the numbers because I didn't realise that was a heart. Oh, that's funny. Also, my clothes, that I didn't realise how bloody... Now that I'm looking at it more and more, it does look like I'm not wearing anything, doesn't it? It's quite funny, really. I mean, this one's pretty cool. But it's less armor. I like that as well. I really like that, but that is like nothing. That's terrible. But it is +2 cunning. No, it's not very good. Like, I've got good armor right now, if I'm being honest. Like, if I do like that, though. That does look very, very roguish, doesn't it? But the armor right now, with the one that I'm wearing, is quite good. That one is a little bit better. That one is a lot better. But I kind of like... Maybe I'll put this on, actually. I do like that.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You think it survived?
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
I guess he does have a point. You got to see it to believe it.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Leliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there.
No, it's gone.
Case, did you need me for anything?
Well, let's investigate. Tell me about the elves.
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on Elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of Elven culture. You are Dalish, are you not?
Proudly.
Yes,
oh, he disapproves.
The Dalish are the best hope for preserving the culture of our people.
Our people. You use that phrase so casually. It should mean more. But the Dalish have forgotten that, among other things.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
While they pass on stories, mangling details, I walk the Fade. I have seen things they have not.
So help them.
The Dalish are trying to restore Elven history. If you know something new, share it.
Would your clan listen to what I had learned in my studies, my travels? Or would they mock the Flatir and his stories and go back to their ruins? At least you were asking. But here's something. I will answer as I can.
Okay. Why is it so loud? The thunder is like... I mean, I guess it's right there. But it's very loud in my ears. Okay, let's carry on investigating. So, tell me about ancient elves.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Shiral. But Hallam Shiral was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvenan was the empire. And Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
What else?
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish aeravels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
I just realised, his little tootsie's not cold. He's like bloody Fenris. They like having their toes out. Honestly, we're literally in snow. Are you not cold, Solas? Silly. Okay, let's carry on asking. So tell me more about the Dalish.
Are all Dalish elves like my clan?
No. Your clan was unique in having enough interest in human affairs to send you to spy upon the Divine's meeting. As your clans have been separate for so long, they have all changed, adapting to the lands in which they live. Some are no more than bandits, others trade freely with humans, and some have disappeared entirely into the forests.
Ooh. Tell me about city elves.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past, and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
Tell me about elven magic.
Is elven magic different from the magic used by humans?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
Ooh, was immortality due to magic? Ooh.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
About blood magic.
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Tevinter disapproves of it. But as I've said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
That's quite interesting. Because, I mean, actually, like, thinking about it, really, he's kind of right. I mean, magic is magic. It's how you use it, but... Because, I mean, I could use fire magic and kill someone just as easily as I could use blood magic. But they can all be used as a weapon. That's a very interesting way of looking at it. See, I don't really know what, like, Nyla's view on magic is, because she's not a mage. She's just, you know, I feel like she doesn't really think much of it. I'm trying to get into, like, the character of Delilah, but because obviously Alara was a mage and Ayla was a mage, but Nyla isn't. She's a rogue, so I feel like she doesn't really have an opinion on it. I feel like she doesn't really think anything of it because she, you know, it's not really important to her.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other instead of keeping their volatile friends in check.
Yeah.
They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Do I have nothing else to say to you? Oh, you...
Hello.
Oh, hello. Ah, okay, so there's still more to ask. So tell me about the Fade.
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
Okay. Tell me about the Breach.
I'd like to know more about the Breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the Breach. That means it was created deliberately.
Well, we could have said that. but I feel like he's just kind of confirming our theories. Tell me about the Veil.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
He's approving a
Circle mages call
lot.
it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient Elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
Imagine if the spirits entered freely. If Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind. Sounds strange.
I don't know if I can imagine that.
Try. Imagine if spirits were not a rarity, but a part of our natural world. Like a fast-flowing river. Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the Veil were not present. For better or worse.
Okay, Solas. I can't quite put my finger on how I feel about him. I feel like he has many layers to him. I feel like he has dark secrets, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Tell me about demons.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Can we change that?
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The Veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
Oh, why thank you, why thank you.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Is there anything else to ask you?
Hello.
Ah, tell me about yourself.
I'd like to know more about you, Solas.
Why?
Why? Respect? I don't... I feel like I must know I can trust you. I feel like that's... Because I don't respect him, I don't know him. Like, do I need a reason? Seems a bit like... And I feel like this is definitely the one. Like, I must know I can trust you.
You're an Elven mage. Not from the Circle, not Dalish. You're an unknown element. I wouldn't trust my life to a blade before I'd tested its balance.
Can't argue with that.
All right. What can I tell you?
Ooh, lovely. Okay. Why study the Fade? Yeah, I'm very intrigued by this. He's very fascinating.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Sounds dangerous. Oh, can I not select that? Oh, I can.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
He sounds like Mero in the sense that he calls them spirits. Well, clearly you woke.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is that why you're here?
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
He likes me
I
asking
joined the Inquisition
questions.
because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Every single time I ask him a question, he approves. He obviously likes to share knowledge. I like that. I do like that. I think that's quite good. I don't really... I forgot what he said. If our enemies destroy the world, I have nowhere to lay my head whilst dreaming of the Fade. Say this one.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train to flick a dagger or an arrow to its target. The grace with which you move is a pleasing side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
Oh my god, am I just gonna flirt with everyone? Is little Nyla gonna be a little flirt? I mean, I already flirted with him by accident. I might as well do it again.
So you're suggesting I'm graceful?
No. I am declaring it. It was not a subject for debate.
Stop it. Okay, where have you studied?
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Which battlefields?
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Caelan's forces.
Oh! That's a surprise! I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire. Ooh! So he was there. Fascinating. Oh, tell me what happened.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Caelan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real?
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Do you work with anyone?
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
Wisdom and purpose?
I don't know any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
Those are demon names.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
Can they be your friends?
You trust these spirits not to possess you the first time you accidentally make a wish?
Do you trust your friends not to turn on you?
Well, yes, but they're people.
Ah, of course.
You know what I mean.
Are people only people because they are flesh and blood? Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
The thing is... Oh, I don't know what to say. Because, to be fair, I mean, Cassandra could betray me. Just because they're flesh and blood doesn't mean that they won't betray me later on. Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean anything. I guess it's about their faith, the faith they have in me, and the trust they put in me, that bond that grows a relationship, not just because they're flesh and blood. Like, for example, with Wynne and, like, her spirit, I guess her spirit was quite different. Because Wynne was pure of heart, the spirit inside her was good as well. If I'm getting that correct. Whereas, because Anders had a lot of hate and anger in him, Justice turned to vengeance because he reflected what Anders was feeling. I don't know, though. I don't know what to say. Because demons are always trying to find a way to possess. Are spirits the same, though? Are they always trying to find a way to possess? I mean, Justice didn't. He did it by accident when we did Awakening, didn't he? He got thrown into a body against his will. He didn't choose that. It was only when he spoke to Anders that they made a deal, and that's when he went into Anders. But he didn't choose it in the beginning. He would have preferred to stay in the Fade. He wasn't happy about being put in a decomposing body. I mean, no one would be happy about that. This is, I don't know, this is quite tough for me because I'm quite, You need a body to be real. Not necessarily. Spirits lack free will, do they? Because I guess... Oh, wow. Because I guess they are. They may not be flesh and blood like us, but they have their own thoughts, their own mind.
I hadn't thought about it that way, but I see your point.
Yeah, I do. I see his point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
Because, like, the demons, they want to... But the thing is, they also want to experience what we as humans and, well, as people are experiencing.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
It's quite deep, actually, if you really think about it. That's a very interesting way of putting it, Solas. You kind of had me speechless there for a minute, because I really had to think. Do you have anything else to say? Or is that it? Stop walking away from me.
What can I do for you?
Oh, nothing.
We'll
All
talk
right.
later.
Goodbye. Interesting. That was a very interesting way of that. Really, actually, I was a bit, taken aback by that.
Have you heard about the refugees out in the hinterlands near Redcliffe?
Hard go.
As the moth sees light,
The mages and the Templars put a lot of people out of their homes.
At least Mother Giselle was there to help.
I'd think food and clothing would help more than prayers.
Let's read this. Okay. The Singing Maiden. Have you ever heard of the story of the King Bedwin? Bedwin, like most kings, was a man of great pride who expected nothing but complete loyalty from his subjects. He believed the best way to achieve this was through fear. After all, those who feared him would never cross him or question his rule. Most importantly, those who feared him would always seek to please him. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus! It's so long. Okay, anyway, let's carry on. Bedouin cultivated terror in his subordinates through the gleeful and I don't know what that says. Underrated use of oh, I can't read it with this noise. I'm gonna read it later. It's fine. Because I can't read it with the stupid thunder. It's irritating me.
As the moth sees light and goes toward flame.
I'll read it later. Hello.
Just like you asked, Flitter.
I'll make you blessed.
Can I get you some?
Right, Sir Harriet said I should go back right away.
It's bloody now. That's for certain.
Hello.
Can I get you anything?
Oh, what can I find in Haven?
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the Quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrit. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh,
Yes.
there's also Minave.
Minave?
She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
What's this? No schematics.
Sigrid said the blankets weren't worth selling. He's giving them to the Inquisition for free.
How kind of him.
That, and he said people who freeze to death don't spend much coin.
He's not wrong. If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her. Thren. Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Let's investigate. What is your job?
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How do you end up here?
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Elden under Ten Logain MacTier. Best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all
Really?
turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
Interesting. Oh. God, these opinions are so intense. I'm glad you believe in him. No wonder you're you're unpopular. Logain is a traitor. These are very like one extreme to the other opinions. Can't I just be like, interesting. Let's just quickly move past that. I'm gonna say this though. I feel like this is probably the nicest one.
With that attitude, I can't imagine how you made enemies in Denerim.
Never
We
mind.
just don't want to hear the truth. I was at Ostagar, and I know what really happened. King Cullen overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Ten Logain made the right decision.
To be
I
fair.
apologize. Sister Leliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
To be fair, she kind of has a point. Like, Logain did say to Cullen that this was a bad idea. Like, he was right, but he did abandon the king. You know, that's where he went wrong.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials. So I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good login site. Maybe Varric can get our troops better weapons.
How do I fill special orders?
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Okay, thank you.
Farewell.
Make a go with you.
This bloody lightning is... Oh, the thunder. Not lightning. The thunder is driving me insane. What's in here? Do. Oh, my love, my heart. Varric.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
This is why I love Varric, because he asks me if I'm okay. That's so nice. I'm going to say I can barely keep up.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
That makes two of us. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Why did you stay?
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I'm so glad that Varric wasn't up there. Because, oh my god, I would have thrown hands. He's too precious. I'm going to say I was fortunate. Well, was I though? I got this weird green glowing stuff on my hand now. Was I fortunate? Doesn't really seem so. But we need to close the breach.
The breach needs to be sealed. The sooner the better.
If it can be sealed, you might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Maybe I am the miracle, Varric.
Need something?
Oh. I can ask about Hawk? He's I don't know if he's gonna really like talking about Hawk. He had to leave her behind.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Oh wow, these are a bit... I mean... It didn't really make any sense, did it? It kind of was a bit silly, in my opinion. He literally was like, oh, let me use blood magic, turn into a monster, and then attack you. It was dumb. It really annoyed me.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? I can't tell you how. Why, all I can say is he was desperate.
You made up the Arashok fire.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Oh, where are Hawk's friends?
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Hawk's brother Carver is still in the free marches, helping the Kirkwall Guard keep order. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
But no one knows about good old Ayla, do they?
Need something?
Haven't anybody done this? Personal
Can
questions.
I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Where are you from?
Are you from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
What do you do?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
What books do you write?
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
Oh, what shops do you own?
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Oh, could you do Leliana's job?
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
How do you know Cassandra?
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine.
Oh,
the Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Oh, tell me about the crossbow.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. There's a hidden shop in Kirkwall called the Black Emporium. I found her in a barrel labeled swag. The owner sold her to me for a ham sandwich and a pair of yellow ruffled pants.
Well, that's obviously not true. Why Bianca?
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Oh, I'm so curious.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem. Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so there's nothing else I can ask
Carry
about
on.
that. Need something?
Tell me about red lyrium.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
Yes, everything went a bit crazy. What is it exactly?
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
Corrupt.
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What can it do?
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium.
Yes.
Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Yes, and it makes chairs float onto the ceiling. Why was it in the temple?
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tide it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Oh, I'm sorry, Varric.
Need something?
Anything else
Can
I
I
can
ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Oh, so there's nothing else.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
See, why are the options coming up if... Do you know what I mean? If I've already asked them.
Carry on.
Alright, well, I'll leave you to it then. Seeing red. Renewed deposits found. Oh, okay. So what's down here? Or should I go up there first? What's that? Actually, what is up here? Sorry guys. Sorry. Excuse me.
Do you think the mages will be able to seal the breach?
I heard some speak of using the Templars instead.
Oh.
What
I
did this
suppose
guy
that would
look?
work as well.
Inquisition weapon. Not enough materials. Okay.
Thanks for checking anyway.
Ah, you're welcome, you're welcome. Let's go in here. Oh. Okay.
Does it trouble you?
Wait, Nyla just looked off at Cass. That was so funny. I'm going to say it didn't close the breach.
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Oh, you have an idea?
Clearly you have something in mind.
We do.
Okay.
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Leliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Impressive titles.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet.
Awkward.
The chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Oh, they still think I did it.
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of it any longer.
Oh?
Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste.
Yes.
That frightens the chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Honestly, not even surprised he did that. He was a hater from the beginning. The Herald of Andraste.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm not going to say I like it, because I don't. I feel like it's giving people like a false hope when... Yeah. I'm going to say they're wrong.
I'm no herald of anything, particularly not Andraste.
Oh.
I'm sure the chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
The breach doesn't worry them?
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat, they just don't think we can stop it.
The chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would she help us?
Why would someone from the chantry help a declared heretic?
Yeah.
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
Okay.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Okay. Operations. The war table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Oh! Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. Where... Known for its culture and extravagant nobility, yet also the birthplace of the chantry, Orlais is the most powerful human nation in
Lady
Phoenix.
Esterly's estate?
I'm trying to talk here!
Bards will play for her tomorrow night. We will have names soon enough.
Well. Conquered by Orlais, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight, Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With the veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever. Ah. War table. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore throughout scouting operations. Ooh! Perform the scouting operation for the hinterlands on the Ferelden side. Okay. How do I go back? Okay, like that. That's fine. Scout the hinterlands. Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest report suggests that the vicious struggles between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. Forces, secrets. If Giselle dies, any hope of Chantry supporters dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her and protect her. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Nice little cutscene. I like it. They're very creepy looking birds, I must say. I'm guessing that's Giselle. Hello! Nice. Ah, okay, scout the hinterlands. We've avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't allowing anyone's orders any longer. Aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and Templars out of the area. Okay. Not now. Oh wait, I didn't read all of that. Oh well. Operations. You have access to missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be activated at a time. Interesting. Okay, I know you guys told me not even to breathe near there, so I won't. Gather coin. Okay, up until now, Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek its own sources of revenue if it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. Okay, what's this one? Trading in favors and merchants and nobility is my speciality. It could earn us a great deal if we're careful. Okay. It would be a simple matter to collect secrets and sell them with nothing tradable back in the Inquisition. We have soldiers, let them protect the caravans and do other... I think Josephine, because she literally just said it's her speciality.
Let us begin.
Okay. Oh wow, it has a time. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. What's over there? Okay. Your Inquisition status for orders against chaos, reason in darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates amongst them. Filthy savages. Okay, well that's nice. Tearing our roots. Monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Okay, we can take advantage on his ravings. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win Lord Kilgrim's favour. We can send a few patrols, but I would prefer they help the refugees, not this. 20 minutes. Which one? Okay, maybe Cullen, actually. Let's choose Cullen. Oh. This is my clan, isn't it? Contact Clan Leliana. Clan Leliana offers greetings to the Inquisition and wishes well in sealing the breach that has opened in the sky. While some Danish clans hate humans and wish nothing to do with them, Clan Leliana has always dealt fairly with all and wished only for peace. That said, we have on occasion been forced to defend ourselves from those who saw us only as potential victims. It has come to our attention that a member of our clan is being held captive by your Inquisition. She went to the conclave only to observe the peace talks between your mage and Templars, and we find it highly unlikely that she intentionally violated your customs. If she has been charged with a crime, we would appreciate hearing of it. If not, it would ease our concerns to hear from her, to know that she remains with the Inquisition of her own will. They're talking about us, aren't they? That's our clan. Yeah, that's our clan. Okay, the Dalish respects deeds, not words. Let the Elven Agents deliver something the clan needs as a show of good faith. Well, they're both busy, so there we go.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Inquisition Park. What are the parks? Oh. Ooh. Underworld knowledge, detailed study of underworld custom and their brutal but practical location. Oh. Okay, we don't have no points at the minute, but I'm guessing over time we earn points. This is kind of cool. Okay. So this is something we're going to have to try and focus on quite a bit. Okay, we've got some codexes to read as well. Oh.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day.
That candle's stressing me out.
Allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven.
Okay.
House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
You own this land?
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denner, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Should I say its followers need shelter?
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace.
He's dumb.
Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
He's just mourning because he lost his wife. It's understandable. He's angry.
Do the d'Aurelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the d'Aurelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Well, I'm sorry for interrupting.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
Let's investigate. Yeah, how did you become ambassador?
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What's your background?
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
I'm going to say having you around can't hurt.
I'm glad for your help. I have a feeling the Inquisition's going to need it.
Yes.
I do believe you are correct. Thedas's politics have
She's so
become
beautiful.
agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Do we have any more things to ask you first?
Good day to you.
How did you meet Leliana?
How do you and Leliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Norlay. I believe we actually met in Val Royaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What's the game?
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
Tell me about yourself. Oh. Okay. Oh, what does your family do?
What business are the Montiliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
Once?
But not anymore.
No. These days our vessels are a touch more modest.
Tell me about your work.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
Are you doing this for Antiva?
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
We will have other causes.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Do you believe I'm holy?
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles
Don't call me
Andraste
that.
performed so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you, well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Was there anything to report, though?
What may I do for you?
Oh, what are your duties?
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries, and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
So you're a representative?
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles?
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
Are we that controversial?
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake, every noble house, every throne is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion.
Of course, that makes sense.
I intend to see that they are.
I feel like she seems like she knows exactly what she's doing. Have everybody asked this?
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I've
Leliana.
been considering leaving my post in Antiva for a new challenge when Leliana recruited me.
Yeah,
There's
she did
such
say.
unrest in Thedas, and the Inquisition seems a promising method to stop it. It's to everyone's benefit if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict from spreading further.
Oh, it's order why you signed up.
So was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
The full impact of the Mage Rebellion has yet to be felt, and that was before the death of the Divine. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn to full-scale war.
Yeah, otherwise, honestly, it's gonna lead to a lot of death. I mean, it already has already.
I can only imagine the bloodshed if it escalates further.
Yeah.
I'm afraid history holds many examples of what will happen if it does.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
What about our allies?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Let's talk about our warriors. Ooh, let's talk about Cullen.
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our standing army. Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
Okay, and Cassandra?
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevada, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
She's a princess? I freaking love that. She honestly does not seem like a princess in the slightest, but I love that. Okay, what about our mages? Solas.
What's your impression of Solas?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our Elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
And our rogue... good old Varric.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
Oh, only? Okay.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Is there anything else for me to ask
What
you?
may I do for you?
What do the people make of us?
I already asked this,
Despite
didn't
our
I?
fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
I asked allies. Did I say about a guest?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail.
Okay.
Please tell me if you find something. If you find anything, please bring it in. You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
Ah, so you're a mage.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
Interesting. You didn't join the rebels?
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Oh, should I say this? A pity you aren't Dalish.
You might have done well among the Dalish. Our mages are encouraged to study safely.
Fenrir will take the Dalish. Don't let my lack of Valisline fool you, Lethleen.
Oh.
I was a proud member of my clan until my magic manifested. You know what happens when they have too many mages. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
Oh. I'll say that's awful. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold, a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done
They
that.
were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
Interesting. So you protected the Tranquil?
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe.
Yes. The mages took some of them when my circle rebelled. The rest were forgotten. Most circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves. Can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
Why?
Why would you want to spend time with the Tranquil?
They're polite. They don't bother you if they don't need something. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never
It's not very
fought back.
nice.
If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
You research creatures.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures.
Okay.
At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Why study creatures?
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
Oh wow, that is such a beautiful way to look at it. That is really, I really like that. Yeah, that is a beautiful way to look at it.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
I think it said that Leliana's quest was done.
Only the word is the darkness upon us.
Oh, what's over here? There's a book to read. Okay. Oh, sorry. I have to go around you, silly. Okay, it was... Oh, are they both ready? Okay. I am to understand that you're in charge of the soldiers trampling on my lawns, providing food and refuge to the scrambles of the filth burrowing in my land. A plague on you, sir, for spitting in my face, for the honest petitioner, for taking advantage of my desires. Did my wretched neighbour, Banthraft, whisper in your ear, tell me what he paid you, so I may at least know the price of treachery, sir? My only consolation is that a few of the rank and file are gone to join your, what does it say? Farce of an Inquisition. Oh dear. Influence. Accept. And then we have this one as well. Dalin. Andaran, I don't know what that says, something. It does my heart well to hear that you are safe. Our clan was visited by members of the Inquisition who spoke specifically on the good work you are doing, as well as the fairness with which our kind have been treated by the Inquisition itself. You know that the clan Llewellyn has little by way of gold, but I give the messengers some of our healing herbs as Solas blessed us with abundance of recent foraging. We would be a distraction if we came to the Inquisition itself. Our hunters arguing with the humans as they so easily do. Nevertheless, if you need aid, send word and we are with you. Cool. Rescue missing soldiers. Ah, can't do that. But what can I do? What's this? Okay. The Tyrion of High Ever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of Divine Justinian. The Most Holy was impeccable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we have high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in high ever in remembrance of Justinia, and cordially invite the Inquisitor to attend. What would this be? That sounds quite good, that one, but I might have to just wait. Okay, there's... Oh! Varric's Revenge! Ooh. I need a favour, actually. Let's call it a loan, since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that hard in Hightown 3, the republishing appeared in print from a Antivan printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horrors that is the title. I had my contact in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple years back. The best they could find out after sending a couple hundred gold was that Pearl's Belenforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contact with the Antivan print house. Maybe you could find more than the guild. Varric. Well, Leliana's is good. If the author has evaded the Merchants Guild, the Crows might be a better choice for investigating him.
Let's see what we have.
Yes. And then we just have this one. And I can't do this one yet because I need power 4 and I need 8. Okay. Cool. Who's out here? Oh, Leliana, Solas, Josephine. I can speak to Leliana. Who else? Cullen and Cassandra. What's over there? Oh, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to everyone. I keep doing that. I need to stop. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to Leliana first. What's this? Special shipment. Okay, let's do that. Let's speak to Leliana first.
How do you think they'll close that huge hole in the sky?
Hey, Leliana.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak Fandraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this?
No, I
What's
don't
his
really. Game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I can't speak for Andraste.
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
You could blame her killers.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing.
Oh, Leliana.
Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Let me help you.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this.
Oh, okay.
It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come.
Damn!
To work then.
My girl cold.
We will speak later.
Leliana, don't be like that. Come on, girly. We're friends here. Why can't I talk to you? Hello.
So it's true. Butler has stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports.
Sorry, I'm just turning down my light. It's very bright. There we go. Hello, Leliana.
There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Damn, like... Stop Leliana from killing the traitor agent. Yeah, like, do you have to kill... I mean, that was kind of... She's turned kind of cold of late. Like, I know that she just lost someone. I know she's having, like, a waver of, like... Her faith's, like, wavering. And she feels very lost. And I feel like because of that, she's kind of, like, gone inside herself a little bit. Like, she was never like this in Origins. But yet, then again, a lot of time has passed. So... We're seeing Leliana in a different light, really, if I'm being honest. She's toughened up. Well, she's become very hard-skinned. But do you have to kill him? Am I speaking out of turn if I say this?
Wait. What are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him, just like that.
You find fault with my decision?
In my opinion, killing him is a waste. Don't you just... Wouldn't you rather get answers from him?
If he has knowledge, then he's a resource. Use him.
He's a loose end who could escape and get word to our enemies. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Should I say find a better way?
I expected better from the Inquisition's spy master.
You've made that point clear. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives.
Yes! Thank you, Leliana. They're so good in there.
Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Thank you. Oh, wow. She keeps shoving me around. It's quite funny.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Why do you care about the mages? No
Why
hate.
do you want me to seek out the rebel mages?
But yeah,
Why do you care?
I'm curious.
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
So you're Justinia's left hand?
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did? What of it?
Oh, she's not answering? Okay. Tell me more about Justinia.
I'd like to hear about Justinia.
Please.
What was she like?
Yeah.
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets. Made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
I think there's nothing wrong with making mistakes as long as you learn from them. Oh. Were you more than friends? I feel like I feel like I shouldn't ask this, but I'm gonna.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical.
Doesn't have to be.
I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic.
Doesn't have to
Love
be.
is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
Love could be so many different things. It doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship in that specific way. Do you know what I mean? Like, me asking if their bond was deeper doesn't necessarily mean that I'm asking if they were romantically involved. It's me asking if they had a deeper bond. She was her left hand after all. You have to have a good bond for that. Do you know what I mean? How did you meet?
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken. Lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
Anything else?
I'm listening.
Oh, tell me about yourself.
Let's talk about you.
She's going to say no. Yeah, what? Got any stories?
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
Yeah.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
Oh, you. Tell me about your past.
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, an Orlesian spy for many years. For a time I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
Wow, she completely brushed over the fact that she was with the Grey Wardens, but okay.
Can you teach me to be a bard?
Being a bard is so much more than being a spy. It involves a keen understanding of politics, the ebb and flow of influence, the great game. The Bard's is an intricate dance where a smile can be sharper than any dagger. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it. Perhaps when this is all over, I'll teach you.
Nice.
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later.
What else?
Did you need something?
Is there anything else I can ask? So, you're well connected.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
Ooh, you met the hero Ferelden.
You have a history with the Warden who entered the Blight, don't you?
I had the privilege of calling her friend before she died. The world seemed much duller after that.
What?
It still does.
Before she died? What? Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? What? I'm confused. Why are they saying that Alara's dead? I imported everything in. She's very much alive. Huh. Now I'm confused if it actually has imported it. Okay, I'm so confused because that comment made me think, did I do it wrong? I went on to the Dragon Age Keep and no, it says that the Warden is alive. That Elara is alive. So what, are you okay there, Leliana? Okay. But yeah, it said that she's alive, so I do not understand. That was weird.
Did you need something?
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, And on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
I can't ask the question. It's gone. Damn it. Now I'm really like, I'm a bit worried now that my saves have not been imported. Well, I guess we'll find out as we go along. Did you know Hawk?
They say you spent some time in Lothering. Did you know the champion?
We spoke a few times. I seldom left the chantry, and we never became more than casual acquaintances. I saw more of the Hawk twins. Bethany in particular. She would spend time in meditation at the chantry, and she seemed to like my stories. The other one, the young man, he was a little surly.
Wait, was she talking about Lothering? I'm really confused. I'm done. She was talking about Lothering. I'm just having a moment because it threw me off when she said that Alara is dead. That's just thrown me off.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Varric, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
A real party?
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about
it. Oh my god. Leliana.
We can continue this
No chill.
Later.
I love it.
You know where I am.
Okay. Do we have anything else to say?
Did you need something?
Yeah, you didn't really address...
They called you the left hand of the
Yeah,
divine.
are you going to say anything more?
That they did. What of it?
Okay. Okay, cool. That didn't pop up before. Why start an Inquisition?
What is the point of an Inquisition?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fairly. But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing?
I like your
It's just a
attitude.
thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
I'm sorry she died.
I'm sorry she didn't live to see the Inquisition.
So am I.
Okay. Yeah, why didn't you join my party?
I could use the left hand of the divine at my side out there.
Go on.
Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also.
That's not the same.
Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
That's just an excuse, Leliana. Join me! Maybe you're just scared you'll butt heads with Cassandra. What is the left hand?
What exactly does the left hand of the divine do?
Yeah.
A divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
Why so many enemies?
Why did Justinia have so many enemies?
There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
Of course they did. People suck.
So you were her spy master too?
I handled difficult situations that couldn't be resolved through more delicate means.
Okay, I gathered.
We'll talk more later.
Is there anything else?
Did you need something?
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
I did not see good Templars and evil mages in that circle, sister. I saw prisoners and jailers. The prisoners learned fear, and the jailers cruelty. But the Templars serve the chantry. Until we asked them to be less harsh in their treatment of the mages, at which point they rebelled. I am not certain the chantry should ever have been backed by blades.
Oh. Okay, where is... Okay, so I spoke to Leliana, spoke to Solas. I spoke to Josephine and that. Cullen and Cassandra there. Alright, let's go find them. Also, guys, because this is more of an open world, do you just want me to skip bits, or do you want me to show you
We'll need some
everything?
of your cloth for bandages.
Because I don't mind, like, showing you everything, me running around, looting everything, but I don't want you guys to get bored.
Ah, you're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And I slipped that, young Elven lass good coin to tell me when you came back to us. No matter, no matter. Segret, honored to meet you.
She got scared.
Thank you for all you've done, and hopefully will still do.
Such as?
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
Word's already spreading that if anyone could close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you.
Of
Anything
course.
you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course.
Ah, yes, yes,
Supplies
of
are a
course.
little tight, given the circumstances.
Let's investigate. Why have you stayed?
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
Kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroy most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
Oh, how's the mood here?
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet, I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Oh, I thank you. Let me see.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Should I buy it? It's not a lot of money. I mean, it would be good for my health. But then that one's also good. I might be able to give them to some of the other peeps as well. Free Marsh's helmet. Because I'm thinking about them as well. The team for when we travel out. Foot soldier. Inquisition scout armor. Willpower. But I have better... No, I'll keep what I have. What's this? Okay. I'm going the wrong way. Have I gone in
I
here?
spoke with Commander Cullen. I apologise for what I said earlier.
It's nothing. What can you tell me of Redcliffe?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
Their attack? Do you have information confirming that the mages were responsible?
So many people are talking. Have I gone in here? I have. This is where I slept, isn't it? Is this? Let's do that.
City, the center of all creation.
How could that great breach not have been caused by the mages?
It is reasonable.
Ah!
She who trusts in the Maker.
Cullen! The light.
You there. With a shield in your hand, block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead.
Oh.
Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
You tell him, Cullen. Hey,
We've
bud.
received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
I like to stand out.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
Do you know what, Cullen? I had a strong dislike for the man, but he did back me at the end of Dragon Age 2. So now I'm kind of like, my view on him, I don't have one. I feel like this game will either make or break him for me, you know what I mean? Like, it will either be a good, I love him, or I don't. Because I didn't like him in Origins. I didn't really like him in Dragon Age 2 either. And then towards the end, he won me over a little bit. I was like, oh wow, I was really surprised. Like, he fought with me, and it was a moment. So now he's kind of, I don't know. I don't really feel anything for him yet. Well, guess we'll see what happens. What did he say? I keep doing this. Ah, yes. Now it seems we face something far worse. Ooh, you trust in the Inquisition?
You left the Templars for this. You believe the Inquisition can work?
I do.
Okay.
Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can...
Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
I like your enthusiasm. Oh! Why do I keep just trying to flirt with everyone? Ah, screw it.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps.
My god, stop smiling at him like that.
Still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
She needs to stop smiling at him like that. Where did he go? Oh, everyone's fighting.
Did you need something?
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Why did the Templars leave?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
What changed?
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
In that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. I sympathize with their frustrations.
Tell me about your colleagues.
What do you think of the people you work with?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, how's working with Josephine?
What do you think of our ambassador?
I like her.
How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
Okay. I thought Cassandra would be up here too. What about Leliana?
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Leliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Yeah, she's like Leliana. No, Cassandra's like the face of the operation. Leliana's like working behind the scenes.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
I should let you get back to work.
Was there something you needed?
Tell me about Templar life.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Okay. Why did you become a Templar? I'm intrigued.
Did you join the Order? I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars as our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
I'm so sorry, Cullen. I know you're telling me a deep story, but I just looked and there's a floating sword and shield. So stupid. Sorry. That's not very old.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
My God, what about your family?
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Tell me about their vow.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Oh my God, I actually can't with this game. Oh my goodness. I really want to ask it. I just want to be a little flirt.
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why would you...
Just a question. I'm just asking.
Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up their devotion, but it's not required.
Oh, that's funny. What about you? Oh my God, I'm really just flirting with this man. It's hilarious because I hated him in the first and second game, and now I'm just like, hi, Cullen.
Have you?
Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Laker's breath. Can we speak of something else?
Sorry. I'm making you get flustered. Hee. Okay, so you've lived in the Circle.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical? The last time I was in a Circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the Circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do you not speak to the mages?
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Yeah. How are Templars trained?
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy it?
Did you enjoy your training?
Learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
What do Templars do?
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Ooh, this is an interesting question.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
Interesting. Look at him growing.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
I love it. The growth of Cullen is... I'm seeing it.
Yes?
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should
Have
know?
I asked this?
Not at present.
I think everything else I've asked. I've already asked, tell me about yourself.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after
Or have
all.
I?
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
Oh. Oh. Okay. This is... I will read that in a minute.
I grew up in Ferelden, near Holmby. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Oh. Varric's from Kirkwall.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
Tell me about Kirkwall.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate lit up the chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
Tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
It really was. How did it end? I mean, we already know, but you know.
Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle? I mean, we, again, already know, but still.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Ah, cheery.
I'll let you return to your work.
Another time, then.
Is there anything else?
Yes?
Yeah, I've already asked everything else.
All for now.
Another time, then.
Where's... Oh, hello. Oh, maybe we need to come back. She seems a bit angry. Ugh. Hey, girl. I mean, Nyla is looking at her lovingly. Look at those eyes. The eyes, literally, they basically might as well just be heart-shaped because she's looking at her like that. I'm going to be like, are you alright? Or should I... I'm going to say this.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
I can't help it.
When I need to be. It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What do you believe?
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm chosen?
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were.
Interesting.
But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
Well, what happens now? Well, next.
What's going to happen now?
Oh.
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close...
Why is it glitching out? What is going on?
We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them.
What a great... This is great.
I only pray the price is not too high.
This is great, honestly. What is going on? I'm going to say you had to do it.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I?
Oh. That's right. You get your anger out.
My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
To be fair, I'll say I don't like her being so hard on herself. You had cause.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone.
And I was the only suspect, the only survivor. It does look a bit suspicious, to be fair. You can't really argue with that.
You said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
Ooh. I believe in elven gods because I am Dalish.
I'm Dalish. I believe in our own gods.
And there's no room among your gods for one more? I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Oh, goodbye.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure.
Ask
Where
anything.
Are you from?
I'll tell you.
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
See, okay, I was thinking this. Everyone else speaks really quietly except for my character and Cass. Everyone else is like talking like this, they're whispering. No, speak louder, okay? I need to hear what you're saying. I forgot immediately what she said. Do you intend to go back? Ooh. Should I say I'd go back now if I had a choice? It seems like my clan are very loving.
I'd go home right now if I could.
Then I hope you can. Once this business is done.
Why are you disapproving? I I'm sorry that I miss my home. I didn't know that was a problem for you. Oh, tell me about yourself.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
Is there any harm in us becoming a little closer?
Plenty.
Is that right?
Oh, she disapproves. Okay.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentagast, daughter of the royal house of
Yeah,
Navarre,
you're a
7th in
princess.
line for the Navarran throne.
So
I
cool.
joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
Royalty.
You're a member of Navarre's royal family.
The Pentagasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentagasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
Of course, of course. So you're not on good terms?
So not on very good terms with your family then?
I do not visit, if that's what you mean. The
Yeah.
Pentagasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarre. Once he was gone, so was I.
What happened to your brother?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Okay. So you worked for the Divine?
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
Okay. What is a right hand?
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Leliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You believed in her?
You thought she could really change things?
Justinian knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
Did I ask this? I'm gonna ask it now anyway.
So, what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that?
Yeah.
It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday.
Well, how old are you now,
the
then?
The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
You're being modest.
I'm sure you're just being modest.
I was there. I think I know what happened.
Oh, my apologies.
To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart. And there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral. But I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand.
And they are forgotten.
And they are forgotten.
Yeah. What became of the mages?
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy's gratitude. Many of them died at the conclave.
That's so sad. I'm gonna say you're delightful, because I want to flirt with her, because I actually kind of like her.
You're delightful. You know
Oh, so she approves on that.
I do not know that. I object. There is nothing delightful about me.
I beg to differ.
I think I preferred you in the stocks.
I just feel like I'm going to be a little flirt. I can't help it. I feel like that is who Delilah is. You know? Have I asked this?
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus, I did not see Nevarra, the real Nevarra, until much later. By then, I realized I knew it not at all.
What about your parents?
Your uncle? What about your parents?
I'm guessing they died.
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time.
Damn.
Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortale Tarsi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Your uncle was a mortale Tarsi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The mortale Tarsi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Nevarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
Well, I think that's everything. Unless do I have anything else to ask her, actually?
Yes.
Oh, I have more to investigate. Ah, okay. Tell me about yourself. I think she's...
some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh, didn't she say she didn't want to talk about this?
Tell me about your brother.
She's like...
I would prefer not to speak of
Yeah, I didn't think
Anthony.
she would.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay, there's still 2 more questions I can ask,
I'll
though.
let you get back to work.
Do you need something?
Tell me about the
Can you
Seekers.
tell me more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
But what are the Seekers?
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully.
So, you led the Templars?
So the Seekers commanded the Templars?
No. The Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Could that be fixed?
Do you think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands.
So what abilities do you have?
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Go on, I'm curious.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages.
Okay.
Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control.
Ooh.
Useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other
That's
gifts,
really cool.
but that depends on the individual.
What are your gifts?
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set the lyrium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will.
Damn!
Some seekers use it to interrogate. Others simply to paralyze. Once there was a seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Damn, my girl's hardcore. Okay, so why did the Seekers rebel?
Why did your order turn against the chantry?
We originally united with the chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
You disagree?
You sound like you disagree.
I think she does.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes...
You care deeply about it.
You seem to care a great deal about it.
Too much, if you ask the rest of my order. When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
How did you become a Seeker?
How does someone become a Seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
What is the vigil?
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
Oh yeah. You are delirious. No, honestly, that's what it sounds like.
Your mind was probably playing tricks.
I know she doesn't like it, but...
Yet the gifts are real. I know no more than that. If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
I've no more questions.
Do I have anything else to actually ask? Let's talk about the chantry.
May I ask you about the chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the chantry now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Should the chantry be saved?
Do you really believe the chantry is worth preserving?
I do. Though I understand how someone born outside of human society might think otherwise. Cast the chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability, and the chantry needs a new purpose. Ondraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
What new purpose?
So, what should this new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important. Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the Divine, the chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
That is such a beautiful thought, but realistically, like, come on. People aren't that good. I'm gonna say this.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The chantry has many good, honest people. They just need direction and inspiration. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Okay, who is Chancellor Roderick?
What influence does Chancellor Roderick really wield?
He's a bureaucrat, responsible for communicating the Divine's will to the rest of the chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the clerics hanging on his every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened, and believes his place is to fill the gap left by Most Holy's death. Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
But yeah, I guess that's really it at the end of the day. Everyone is just terrified after what happened. Like, it is scary, really. Why did you leave the chantry?
I'm surprised you rebelled against the chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Will there be a new divine?
Will the chantry replace
Probably not for a
Divine
while.
Justinia?
They will try.
Yeah.
Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with
In the
her at
conclave. Yeah. What if they don't agree?
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
Ooh, would you serve a new divine?
If they do choose a new divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember?
Ah,
and even if
yes.
she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new divine could expect such obedience now.
Thank you.
I like it, I do. Alrighty. So, what's up here? Ah, passing note. Let's do that.
Blessing upon his parents and onto them.
Oh, hello.
See reason, Lisette. We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean anymore? That we splinter and fight amongst ourselves instead of protecting the mages?
Better that than stay here with this Inquisition.
You're awfully quick to dismiss the people who saved your life, Matrin.
Damn. Hello.
You're the one they're calling the Herald.
Against my will.
If you know a way to make them stop, I'm all ears.
I don't. These things have a way of taking on their own life. But I'm glad it has not run to your head. I did not join the Order to adjust my faith so easily. But I appreciate what the Inquisition is trying to do, and your role in it. Though you may find not many Templars do.
Oh, I know.
We're a distrustful lot by nature.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
My favourite thing to say.
That way.
My favourite thing to
I know.
say.
Power can corrupt. It's a delicate balance.
It
One
is.
person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
Alright. Oh, you're staying here in Haven?
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
What happened at the conclave?
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
Tell me about the Templars.
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
That's all I've ever wanted it to be, if I'm being honest.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
I feel like it shouldn't be a prison. It should literally be somewhere where they can practice and grow their power. What is... Oh, there's something here. Ah, hello. I'll take that. Bye. See you later, team. Ooh. Should I? Just out of curiosity. Ooh. Sorry, I just... Wow, the way Nala just screamed die was very extra. Where did the other one go? I kind of want to find it. Oh, wow. That was kind of beautiful, actually. Hey there, boo. Nice. That was a power move right there. Oh, I can't take anything from it. RIP. So I can literally kill anything in this. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Do I need all of this? Oh, I'm gonna take... I know I'm just gonna grab it all. I know what I'm like. Why did I put this here? Oh, what's this? Okay. Locking stand. Pulses V. Yeah, I know.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
What? Interesting. Ah, the passing note, of course. I remember now. Anything else? There's something out here. Ah, it is you. Okay. Might as well explore a little bit. If there's things to loot, I might as well loot. Until I can't carry anything anymore. Oh wow, there's a lot actually. Oh god. Never gonna run out, that's for sure. Okay, what else? No. What? Actually, what is this? Maybe I should go there. Did I just see an animal? Ooh. Don't run away from me. No! What am I supposed to do? It's gone. RIP. Ah, well. I'll get someone else to shoot at them. I'm going the wrong way. Wait, why am I here? I'm... Where? Oh, do you actually just mean them? There's something red over here. Oh, it's you. If I do... No! This isn't gonna work! I need an arrow. I need a bow and arrow. Oh. Is this a bad idea? Is this a bad idea? This is a bad idea, right? No, nothing. Okay, well, I tried. Hey there. I can't grab this because, well... Oh! I can't attack you, though. What am I going to do? Haha, you can't see me now. Ha ha ha! Haha! Nice. What? Ah! Okay, yeah, this was a bad idea. Woo. Can't get me now, can ya? Where are you? Nowhere. Anyway. What does that say? With the right materials found, weapons of the Inquisition can be relinquished. Cool, cool, cool. I keep doing that. I need to stop. Okay, I need to go back here. That's fine. I'm just messing around at this point. What is over here?
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses.
Expected you'd be by.
Hey, buddy.
I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are.
Oh.
How's the new gear fit?
Quite well.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Thank you.
The world's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Okay. What's your story?
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
Lucky.
You're still walking. That's always good.
It is good.
True enough.
Can you improve my equipment?
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Okay. Do you have any designs?
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Okay. What can you make here?
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armor. We work iron to blighted dragon bone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy, bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
Ah.
Goodbye.
Right.
Ah. I didn't even read that. What is it? Warrior only. Isn't Cassandra a warrior? Maybe she'll like it. Alrighty. Upgrading items add upgrade stats. Modify. Ooh. That's cool. Okay. Restrictions. Lesser fire rune. Ah, of course.
You need something? Let me know.
Okay. What else? Seeing red. Haven, Inquisition's Path, Storm Coast. Okay. Haven. Well, alright then. Was there anything in here for me to... Ooh, for me to loot? Of course, of course. This box. Thank you. That's mine now. What is up here? Oh, that's actually where I need to go. Okay. Let's go back. And then we can go to the war room. And then we can do some reading. What's that? Have I gone this way? I don't think I've gone this way. Maybe I have. Ah, okay.
I don't see why we need to build siege equipment. We're not laying siege to anything.
That's an excellent point, Recruit. But if someone comes to lay siege to us, perhaps it would be best for us to have some means to fight back.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. But how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's having a lovely day. I am getting a bit peckish, if I'm being honest. Today has just been filled with Dragon Age. I can't really complain. I freaking love it. I think it's great. Where is it? Hello? What? Hello? Where are you? Am I being blind? Oh, yeah, I mean, always. Oh, there's going to be so much I'm not going to read all of that today. I've already done so much reading that I'm not going to want to do more. But I will do some because otherwise I'll have a mental breakdown next episode. Plus I'm curious, so I need to know stuff. What's up here? No? Okay, I guess I can't go there. That's fine, I suppose. Can I go this way? Will it let me? Oh. Oh, it is letting me. How wonderful for me. Might as well grab some of you whilst I'm here. Am I gonna die if I fall from here? No. Whee! Nice. Okay. Hey, bud.
You're back. And in one piece.
Give the note.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
You're welcome.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Lovely. Oh, lyrium!
Farewell.
Ooh. Ooh, maybe I'll put that there instead. How do I get rid of that? Can I not? How do I... Oh. So, okay, I don't, it's, okay, fine, I guess we just won't have that. Cool, wonderful, whatever, we move on. Okie dokes, so, now I need to, go to, oh, hello. Hello. What do we have here? Oh, my weapons, actually. Level 4. And what level am I? Not 4! Of course! Just because. Just because. It's level 1. It's a dagger. It's a cool looking dagger. It's a cool looking dagger and I want it. So I'm gonna use it. And then I can use you as well. That's when I get to level 4. I'm not there yet. That's okay. Let's go inside.
Heaven has been filled with silence.
Has it?
I knew then. And
Oh. What's down here? I'm just exploring. Oh. Oh. Well, this is a bit creepy. I don't really like this. Oh, we can loot that though. I like this. Take. Oh. Oh my god, there's going to be so much reading! Why am I doing this to myself? Hello? Oh. Just to be curious, just to be curious. I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking all these things up and I'm hoping I can read them later, otherwise it'll be very awkward. It would be just so awkward. Oh! Nice. Which one is it? Is it this? Ah, yes it is. Dance of Death. You regain stamina with every kill. What about this one? Bloodied Prey. Oh, that one sounds pretty cool as well. I kind of like that one. Apply! Yeah! Wait, no, that means I can use... I can use you. Ho 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 ho! Yeah! Nice. Okay, let's grab that as well. The Black City. We know a bit about that. Nothing else in here? No. Keep going. It's a bit creepy down here. Hello? Oh. Guessing this is where they locked... Oh wait, no, they didn't lock me up here. They locked me somewhere else. I will take those. They don't need them. Anything else? What? Where? Where? Oh. Of course. Guess might as well unlock you. I'm not going to get told off for this, am I? Yeah, well. I am a rogue. I'm a little thief. I'll take that. Alright. Let's go back upstairs now. We've explored. We've done a little bit of exploring. We've spoken to a lot of people. Nope, that's not the right place. Here we are. Nothing to see here, guys. I'm just exploring, just drenched in my enemy's blood, you know.
from the golden city,
We're not equipped
the
to care for
center
this
of
many
all
refugees.
creation.
Let's quickly do this. And then reading until I give up. Oh wow, I'm drenched in blood. Didn't I have a shower before I came to the war room? Of course not.
My scouts still comb the hills for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
Alright, Leliana. My efforts bore through. A portion of the profits will be passed to you. Lovely. Okay. Varric. My dear Leliana, your author friend is truly a mystery. Our search uncovered only a string of foreign accounts. The trail of coin led from Antiva to Tevinter to the Free Marshes and Orlace. Someone hid their tracks well, but not well enough. Your writer in Kirkwall and remember... What? And remember you owe me a favour. Ooh. Cool. Was that it? So, this one, I think I said I wanted you to do it. Yeah.
At your service.
Cool, we'll do that. And that's completed. There's nothing else really, because we can go to the Hinterlands next episode. Is there anything over here? No. Okay. Lovely. All right. Varric approves. Of course he does. We're going to be best friends in this game as well. So let's get some reading done. Oh my god, it's dark. It's dinner time soon. It's dinner time soon. So let's read about some characters, shall we? How do I know if I've pressed on them? Well, that's going to be awkward. Have I... I think we already did that one. Cullen. I mean, do we need to read about Cullen? I mean, we already know about Cullen. I mean, I guess we could. Okay, whatever you have heard of Kirkwall's rebellion, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwall's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. We have done what we could to assist the city's recovery and restore some semblance of order, but my time here is done. Seeker Pendergast has approached me. She wishes to stop the war between mages and Templars. She has been recruiting men and women to the cause and wishes me to oversee the group's military concerns. If the conclave goes well, we will not be needed. If not, we stand ready. I have decided to take Seeker Pendergast's offer. The circles have fallen. I have given no more. I can give no more to the Templar Order, nor it to me. The Maker has shown me a new path. I must take it. I already read about you. Yeah, how do I know if I've already read it? That's not helpful. Yeah. Okay. Josephine. Josephine is a noble from the nation of Antiva. She was educated in Valroy, where she built connections amongst the court. Once she finished her schooling at a surprisingly young age, Lady Mon became the official diplomat between King Fulgino? I don't know, of Antiva to Empress Celine of Orleans. The appointment suits her. She is well travelled, familiar with many forms of etiquette, and by all accounts a skilled negotiator. Oh, thank God. I was about to throw hands. I keep doing that. Okay, if the endorsement does not suffice, Josephine is a personal friend. I have faith in her. We require someone both influential and trustworthy to be an ambassador for the Inquisition. Sorry. You cannot tell me you would prefer to take the job yourself, Sister Leliana. I've already read about... Have I read about Leliana? See, it's not letting me know. How do I know if I've already read it? This is going to be my problem. I'm going to forget. Oh God, no, this is actually going to be a problem. Because I'm forgetful. We all know this. Oh no. This is actually going to be a bit of a problem. Because I know I read that one. We read Varric's. We read Solas's. Stuff it, let's read it. She has many names. Most know her as Sister Leliana or the Nightingale. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. Yep, that's what I said. The spy master Magdalene trained Leliana from a young age. For years, Leliana was Magdalene's instrument in the great game of Orleans, while Leliana was devoted to Magdalene, is it Magdalene? I don't know, whatever her name is. The reverse was not true. Magdalene betrayed Leliana and almost succeeded in killing her. Leliana survived the betrayer thanks to revered Mother Dorothy. Following this betrayal, Leliana spent several years in a cloister in Ferelden, hiding from her past. Inspired by Reverend Mother Dorothy, Leliana dedicated herself to her faith, discovering peace in a simple life of devotion. But when the Fifth Blight began, she received what she believed was a vision from the Maker. This prompted her to leave her sanctuary, taking up arms against the Darkspawn. Several years after the defeat of the Archdemon, Leliana received a summons from Dorothy, now Divine Justinia. She returned to Orleans to become an agent of the Sunburst throne. Justinia perished in the explosion that destroyed the Divine Conclave, and Leliana became a founding member of the Spy Master of the New Inquisition. I read that like a freaking boss. Ooh, that was beautiful. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, ooh. Was it this one? It was this one. Spindleweed. It is an old country saying that spindleweed grows best for the sorrowful. Verdant spindleweed is a household garden. Has often brought neighbours offering consultation, usually without even asking what might be wrong. This originates from the plant's use as a seasoning for dishes meant to speed the recovery of the infirm. Yeah. A person who grows much of it is likely caring for fatally ill. Yes. Yes. Creatures. See. Oh, I know. I'm stupid. It's literally glowing in the corners. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just a bit slow. Nug. We already know about the Nug, but we can read about the Nug as well. I was sure before the Blight they were a whole lot more rare. Should ask Warden about that. If killing archdemons leaves Nugs all over, and the poor things don't seem built for anywhere. I mean, they feed on anything, but they blister in the desert and freeze in the snow, and they're easier to track than your own arse. Oh wow! Everything eats them. Except me, the hands put me off. Yet they thrive. Randy's bastards outpace every tooth and claw. Anyway, my point is, the one around the farms are so inbred they're 5 colours and can't stop peeing. Oh wow! I'm selling them in the capital as elusive Eastern bunny pigs. Wow. What did Father say about idiots with deep pockets? That's funny. That is funny. Okay, ram. The ram is a marvellous creature. Its wool makes the best linen for winter coats this side of the mountain. The horns and bones can be crushed into powder and mixed with the soil from the healthy crop, or charred and ground into ink powder. The hide makes a good cover in a window against the winds. You can burn the dung in a pinch. Melt down the fat for candles. I haven't even mentioned the meat. With a full-grown ram, you could make a stew big enough for a village. Oh wow! And have enough left over for weeks. Damn. So there'll be no more complaining about being paid in sheep for your work during the harvest. With that ram and a few ewes, I don't know how to pronounce that, you can start your own flock. You're lucky to have them handed to you instead of needing to go and tame a wild one. Listen to your father for once. Take care of those animals and they'll take care of you. Okay. Groups. What else? Oh my god, there's so much reading. Whereas the circle was established not merely to protect the world from mages, but also to allow mages to practice their art safely and without fear, and whereas under Lord Seeker Lambert's command, the Templars swarm to protect all people, including mages, from harmful effects of magic, having instead persecuted mages with such biased judgment as to worsen the problems they were meant to mitigate and oh, my eyes are getting tired now. Whereas the Rite of Tranquility, intended as a tool of last resort to stop uncontrolled mages from hurting themselves or others, has instead been used to punitive, I don't know, and political purposes, to silence dissent and inhabit civilized discourse. And whereas Andraste herself, I don't like the way they've I don't like this. I don't like the way they've put "and" at the end. Put a bloody full stop. It's hurting my eyes. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. Oh, I actually lost where I was. Ooh. That wasn't smart. Whereas Andraste herself intended the relationship between mages and Templars to be one of practitioner and protection, the prisoner and jailer, and this contract has been broken, leaving mages in fear for their lives from those sworn to protect them. Yeah, that's all I'm reading up to. Attack me if you want. I'm getting tired now. My eyes are being funny. I will read this one. Wait, the Pentecost. Allow me to correct you on one important point, my friend. The Pentecost are Navarra. Without us, this nation would either still be one of the motley city-states that comprise the Free Marshes, or under Orlane's control, more likely the latter, as only Navarra's strength holds back the Empire's expansion, and by that I refer to the brilliance of Pentecost and generals and the influence of Pentecost coin. Indeed, indeed. I find it interesting that you mentioned dragon hunting as our only significant trait. You do understand, I hope, that dragons disappeared centuries ago, only recently returning at the beginning of this age. Some of our clan have taken up the old trade out of nostalgia. My cousin Fernandin, the most prominent amongst them, but those days are largely done. Today there are 14 branches of my family, 18 if one counts our relations amongst the Van Markhams, each consisting of multiple families and twisting bloodlines connecting us to almost every major house across Thedas. Oh wow. I am fully aware that King Marcus wanes in health, and neither he nor Fernandin have children, but make no mistake, there will be another Pentecost sitting on the Navarran throne, and that man or woman will lead us into a prestigious future. There will be no civil war. Imagine Cass being a queen. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm not reading anymore. I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm not actually. I don't want to read anymore. This is all controls, tutorials, don't need that. Tales. Okay, maybe I'll read one more. I can't help myself. I say that, I'm like, oh, I won't read anymore. Then I'm like, okay, one more won't hurt. Okay, once we were in our peace with our lives assured, once we were not afraid of the dark, once we sat in our kingdom with hope and pride, once we ran through the fields with great strides. Oop, too far. We held the fade and the demon's flight so far from our children and from our lives. We held together the fragile sky to keep our way of life. Once we raised up our chalice, I don't know, into victory. Once we sat in the light of our dreams. Once we were in our homeland with strength and might. Once we were not afraid of the night. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Nope, this one. Ooh, oh my goodness, why do I keep doing this to myself? I don't know. Okay, Nestorius Raider trash. Oh wow. You want to know about my Raiders friends, huh? What in the world would make a goody-goody like you poke your nose in such dirty business? Oh wow. Well, there's good Sir Tidus, of course. Some people say he runs Armada. He doesn't. No one does. The Armada is a collective of ships, and each one is like a nation under itself, its own rules, its own people, its own leader. Tidus is respected, of course. You don't think a half dozen Orlane's frigates, I don't know, without earning at least some respect. He's a dangerous man, but he's no king of the Armada. Anyone tells you that, they're lying or misinformed. Oh my goodness, there's so much to read. I don't want to read anymore now. Then there's Legend Pool. Can't they just be like Bob? Can't there just be Bob and Jeremy? You know? Likes to sail around the southern cape of Ravine, rattling his saber and posturing like it means something. No one really cares what Lachlan does, though only a fool will say that to his face. You see, the thing about Lachlan, I'm pronouncing that wrong, is he's got gold, lots of it. All earned through legitimate means, even. He still has a trading company somewhere in the marches and hires people to run it while he plays adventures on the high seas. The Armada lets him do it because it always pays to have friends with coin. The one you should really watch out for is Ianto? They call him the Talon, the terror of something, but most often that crooked bastard what might kill you in your sleep. That is a long name. Slavery, murder, torture, nothing is too much for Ianto? Ianto? I don't know. He'd traffic in souls if he discovered a way to extract them from people. Wow, he sounds like a treat. In fact, I'm sure he has some Tevinter cronies working on that right this second. I'm sure there's coin to be made in stolen soul somewhere. The Imperium, probably. Wow, he sounds like a treat. And on that note, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, I'm not done. Let me quickly... yeah. Okay, I'm nearly done. It's literally dark outside. It's dinner time. Oh my goodness, this episode's going to be so long. I'm so sorry. Or am I? Who knows? Okay, the Inquisition I cannot say this word. Emissaries were a welcome addition to our vigil. As a token of my thanks, I am sending Ferelden arms to your troops. May the Maker grant you... Wait, what? May the Maker grant you never need them. Okay. I'm accepting. I'm going to do this as well. She is good at this one.
At your service.
Thank you. And that is really... because I don't have any power and I don't have any perks. Cool! We are happy with this. We are happy. Me still covered in blood for some reason. I don't know. Well, on that note, guys, the video is going to be coming to an end. I have no idea how long this episode is, but all I know is I've been playing it for a very long time. That's all I'm going to say. But it's been good. We've literally got to know a lot of the characters. So we know a little bit more about Cassandra. We know a little bit more about Josephine and Cullen. Really. And we've done a little bit of exploring as well. So it's just been an episode of getting to know the characters and exploring Haven. I've had fun. I'm just a bit tired now. I've literally I did the first episode and this episode all in one day and I'm a bit tired now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would carry on doing the reading next episode. My eyes have like turned off. So is my brain. Everything is just turned off up here. It's empty. It's empty. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed it. I liked that this episode was really just exploring Haven and getting to know the characters. And here, like, obviously we know, like, Varric, for example. We know Leliana. But Leliana is a lot different now, in my opinion. I feel like she's a little bit harder. But you can't really blame her because she did just lose someone very close to her. So she's struggling, I feel like. And it makes perfect sense. And Solas giving me... I don't know, Solas for me is a very interesting character because he really does, the way he explains things, he makes you kind of take a step back. The way he explains things and gives you different, like, perspectives on it. It's interesting. I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on him yet. He intrigues me. But yes. I've had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to give a little cheeky like. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. And I will see you all soon, guys. Bye!